What's up, good people? How you living? How you be? It's your girl Nikki P from Boldly Freely Me, and I have been spending quite a bit of time trying to think of different topics to come through with on Wednesdays. That is when I upload a new video to YouTube because my goal in this is to give you inspiration to keep going to pursue your dreams. One of the saddest things to me is to see people just existing and not really living, just doing what they have to do to survive. You know, when people ask you how you doing and you just kind of shrug your shoulders like, nothing new, you know, it is what it is, sayings like that. And it, to me, it just signifies that people are hurting because they're not walking in their abundance, they're not walking in their purpose, they're not living the best that they can live. And I don't want that. I am also on that journey. I'm not coming to you as somebody who is on the other side, completely living life the way that I want to live it. I am on the journey to getting to that point. I am working on my mindset daily to unblock limiting beliefs that have kept me stuck in a job that I don't want to be in and have no intention of working for the next 30, 40 years in the same place. That's not the way that I want to live. I don't want you to live that way either. So, one of the topics that is actually really near and dear to me today, specifically, is dealing with the highs and lows. Because once you decide to take this journey, actually, pretty much once you decide to embark on any kind of challenge, anytime you're trying to do better for yourself, you're going to be tested. That is just the way life is. You're going to be tested. You're going to be faced with obstacles, and it is in those moments where you have to remember your why and you have to stay anchored in the decision that you made to get to this better life, to get to your dream reality, just to get to that abundance, to continuously walk in that abundance. And so I want to talk about dealing with the highs and the lows. Usually the highs are usually when you start your journey, you're excited because you just got finished coming from a conference where they were talking about a better way and new year, or you're just coming in a new year and you know how that energy is. New year, new me. We always got some kind of quote or cliche something for the year coming up, and so we're hyped. We're hyped January 1st. We're hyped on the first day of being around other people that have the same vision as you. You just listen to Tony Robbins or just any of those motivational speakers, and you're hyped, you're high-fiving people. You're just like, yes, you're in it. And even for maybe for the first couple of weeks when you start, like when you're in the visualization part of it, because that part is fun, and when you're just sitting and you're just thinking about the different things that you want to do, because imagining and living in that space, and even like generating those feelings that you feel when you're going to get here and doing all of that, that process is fun. But when you have to put the work in, it starts to get hard. And you will reach a point where you will look around at everything that you've done. You'll look at the money that you spent. You'll look at what you may have sacrificed, like maybe, giving up some social life activities, or just whatever it is that you sacrifice. You'll look at that, and then you'll look at where you are because it's not happening fast enough. And you'll sit and you'll start to question yourself, like, did I make the right decision? You may find yourself feeling very, very sad because energetically it is hard when you are working consistently to get to a certain level and you don't see, or the progress really seems like it's just so little in comparison to all that you've given up. And you'll really want to just be like, you know what? Just screw this, man. Just screw it. And I have to say, at the time of this video, it is March, and March has been quite the testing month. not even just specifically for me, with a lot of my friends and people in my circle that are pursuing entrepreneurship, or just even in life in general, it just seems like there's something about this season. I don't know what it is, but this season just seems kind of hard. And I found myself recently in this space because I was working on something and I got some bad news about it. Things just weren't going the way that I expected them to go, and it made me sad. It made me sad, and I found myself for a couple of days just kind of sitting in the sadness, trying to process the feelings that I had. I'm not one of those people that can process emotions quickly. I have a friend who does that, and I really admire him for that, because he can just deal with stuff and then it's gone, and then he can just move on to the next thing. But for me, it seems like it takes me a second, because it takes me a while for me to even realize like what the feeling is in the first place. And then once I get there, then I have to figure out how I feel about it, and then I got to kind of let those emotions go through, and then if it's more than one emotion, then I got to process that. And so sometimes it can keep me in a space of feeling low for a while, and it's hard to keep going when you don't feel like it. You know what I mean? It really is hard to just every day, if you have spent months and years of pursuing whatever it is you're pursuing, and especially if you're talking about it with friends and just people in your life, who some of them already may be skeptical because you're doing something that's so ridiculously amazing, it's so big that it doesn't seem like it's possible that it'll happen anyway. So you have some people that they'll ask you about it, they'll check on you, but it's kind of hard to keep coming to them with the same energy of, I still have faith. I still have faith. And when what you physically see does not match what you visually see, it gets hard. And you have those low points, and everybody deals with the lows a little bit differently, but we all experience them. It literally is like a mountaintop to valley low journey, this faith journey, this pursuit of happiness, this pursuit of abundance. It does get a little rough, but these are always the times where you have to dig deeper past your emotions. Like, emotions are useful. I would never say to anybody, disregard what you feel, because your emotions do serve as a barometer to guide you in certain decisions that you need to make. They guide you. They work hand in hand with your intuition. It's a good balance between your masculine and your feminine nature to to just make sure that you're doing things in moderation. Like, it really is a good balance to it. But sometimes you have to push past just that feeling of sadness, or right now this hurts. I mean, it's accepted. Don't suppress it. Accept it and acknowledge it and deal with it, but don't let that stop you from going, even if you have to slow down for a couple of days. Because I realized for the last couple of days, that's what I had to do. I haven't been feeling very creative for these last couple of days. And when I am not feeling creative, I cannot force creativity. I cannot write when I'm not feeling creative. I can't create when I'm not feeling creative. Like, or if I do, I believe that it's obvious in the finished product that I have forced creativity. So with that being said, I don't stop. I may allow myself to rest, but I keep moving forward. So even if I'm still in a space where I'm feeling like low and I have to lessen maybe some of the things that I'm going to do, I don't stop. And so I'm saying this to encourage you to, when you hit these lows, understand that, one, they're temporary, and then two, that it is here to make you stronger. You're being tested not to destroy you, but you're being tested so that you develop strength. Because when you get past this point, and when you get to the end of this journey, and that when you get to the end of this journey is really just a beginning for the next one, when it's your turn to encourage somebody else, you'll have these experiences to draw back on and say, I was where you are. And when it happened to me, this is how I got through. And then even when you get to the next journey and you get some, and because you're still going to experience highs and lows, that's life. That is just the flow and the circle of life. You'll also have these experiences to look back on and remember, yes, I remember when I was here. And I remember how I got through it then. So because I know I got through it then, I can get through this now. That's the purpose of it. So as you experience your highs and lows, both of them are necessary. They're both necessary. When you're in the highs, I mean, definitely soak all that in, take all those good feelings in, bathe in it, soak in it, take all of that in, and hold on to that. Because when you hit the low, you need to remember why you're doing it, and you need to remember that there's an end to it and there's another side to this. So that is what I have for you today. Those are the thoughts rolling around in my head. I will definitely keep coming to you with topics to keep you motivated and inspired to keep on going, because that is what I want so badly for you, is to keep going. I want you to thrive in your life and not just survive. So anything that I can do for you, please leave comments. If anything that I've said helps you, like, share, any of those things. Follow me. I am on TikTok at Boldly Freely Me. I am on Instagram at Boldly Freely Me. And you're here watching me on YouTube, obviously, at Boldly Freely Me. So tell a friend, stay motivated, stay inspired, walk in boldness, be true to you, all those things. And I will see you in the community. Mwah.